Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Ridwanullah family. Welcome back to another episode of Ridwanullah TV Business Maximization Show. I'm your host, Life and Business Maximizer, Hussein Mohamud, working to help you completely maximize your life and business in this dunya and in the akhirah for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Verily, all praise and thanks are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our creator, owner, and sustainer, the one who's worthy of all worship without any associates or intermediaries. And may the peace and blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon the most esteemed leader and most honorable teacher, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, his family, his companions, and those who follow him until the day of judgment. Allahumma ameen. And inshallah, in today's episode, obviously we are on the topic of business. And the question that I wanted to help answer or ponder along with you, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, is an online business real? Right? So that's a question that I've had for a very long time, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us have. So I wanted to just kind of share a few information with you on it. And just kind of really share my experience with you as well, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, in terms of my online business journey that kind of started, I would say in 2014-ish. That's when I started to get the idea, like, this is kind of real, like, anyway, so that we'll be getting deeper into that, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. But just to cover the sponsors, announcements, and updates, our default sponsor is Ridwanullah Organization, which is an Islamic personal professional development organization that is designed to help you completely maximize your life and business in this dunya and in the akhirah for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you can visit us at ridwanullah.com for more information. And if you would like to sponsor this channel, send your request, budget, and details to Ridwanullah Organization at gmail.com, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. In terms of announcements and updates, we took a little bit of break from Ridwanullah University's Life Maximization program. So inshallah, we'll be getting back into that here shortly. We will most likely restart on March, just to kind of give us about a month or so to get back into the swing of things, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So keep in mind of that. If you're not enrolled in that program, please do so. Go to ridwanullah.com to get more information that way, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Aside from that, there's a couple other things just kind of brewing in the background that I'm kind of working through. A lot of internal things that I'm working through to be able to make the external realities even better, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And I still have the monthly goals reports for January coming out. It just took a long time for me to kind of get my head and everything else back in order. So that will be coming out here shortly, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. I can't think about any other announcements and sponsors, announcements and updates right now. So we'll just leave it at that. So let's dive into the topic of today. Is an online business real? And more importantly, is a halal online business real? Because those are two different things. So like I said, it's been something that I've been pondering for a little while now. I honestly, when I first started to get into this online business space, I really didn't even think it was possible, to be quite honest with you. And honestly, even till right now, I'm still wrestling with the idea, even though by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I was able to produce micro results through my online business. But let's just start it off like this. If I was advising myself as someone who's obviously a Muslim who is thinking about this online business idea, what I will tell you is, number one, yes, it is possible. It is more than possible to actually have a halal online business. But the caveat, or whatever that word is, or whatever it actually means, but the catch is this fact that it's the road is steeper for a Muslim, because there's a lot of things that as Muslims we cannot do. For example, one of the things that I wanted to get into is online advertising. But sadly, if you work towards even getting to that level where you are at a situation where you can start monetizing your ads, it is not halal simply because there's people who could be advertising things that are haram. So obviously, if people are advertising things that are haram and you get sources from that, that source itself becomes haram. So things like that is very, very frustrating because those are the initial kind of get your foot in the door in a way type of solutions that are out there for Islamic online entrepreneurs or Muslim online Muslim entrepreneurs, and things like that you really have to kind of think through all of the different business models that are out there and see which ones are halal, which ones are not. But the rule of thumb, to be quite honest with you, is there's the ratio of what is halal versus what is haram is disproportionate. What I mean by that is the amount of stuff that is out there that is halal is way more than the amount of stuff that is out there that is haram. Even though we believe that is otherwise, because that's the story that we tell ourselves to stop ourselves from actually going out there and doing the things that we need to do to produce the results that we need to produce. So yeah, that's what I would tell you. Just be cautious about what you're doing and kind of understand a little bit of the ins and outs. You don't have to understand the complete ins and outs. You learn it on your way to producing the results that you're after, and hopefully the desired results that you're after. So that's generally the first thing that I would tell someone, a Muslim who's interested in starting their online business and making it halal bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So getting on to the second phase of it, my journey, like I said, once I graduated from high school, once I graduated from college, obviously I'm kind of dating myself here. It's been a little while since I got out of college. Everything was going smooth. Like, it was just amazing because once I graduated, I actually had a project management internship position that I was working for a digital telecommunication and internet company that was a little bit local to Utah for the most part, and obviously in just this region. So I was working with like high-level executives and VPs and different levels of project managers and just high-level stuff that had a lot of knowledge. And in the same year, alhamdulillah, I was engaged to get married, and then all of a sudden, it went from the highs of the highs to instantly drop into the lows of the lows, where I pretty much lost the project management internship, and I was just struggling to kind of find any job. So I got a call center job that was paying minimum wage, and I was deep in misery, to be quite honest with you, because with new responsibility of being a husband and everything else, what really happened in that moment was it was more of a desperation moment where I was just actually happy to get a job. And once I was able to move forward from that painful situation, obviously it wasn't that easy. It took a couple of years to even get back into a reasonable situation. But during that time, in that moment of misery and pain and everything else that I was going through, I realized I had to find a different way, because all the jobs that I would apply for, simply because I wouldn't shake some women's hand in the interviews, they would automatically just check me out of the box, even though somehow, some way later on they say, okay, you're qualified and all these things to probably take the salt out of my mouth. But that's when I started to kind of look for different avenues. I was thinking, I always had that entrepreneurial spirit to begin with anyway. So I was just kind of looking for different outlets to figure out what the solution would be. And I started to come into, obviously, this is like the age of the online gurus, where like pretty much at their prime, even though they are right now, but we kind of got used to them by now, so it doesn't phase us that much. But there was this person saying, you could do this with this online business and that, and so forth and so on, and all these different stories. So that kind of intrigued me, and then I saw all the people that were fake in this space from the people that were genuine. There's people who just wanted your money, and then there's people who really wanted to help you and kind of show you the way to do it the right way, and didn't, even though they showed you that you could do it in a quick manner, but they also made you understand that this is a long-term journey, and that it takes a lot of work, a lot of work to be able to produce even minimal results. So as I was looking into that, researching, and honestly, to be quite honest with you, for a couple of years I was in that content creation hamster wheel, and you know, not taking action, just researching, consuming, and you know, but the good thing was, in the meantime, even though I didn't quite understand what an online business really was, or what is considered to be an online business, and what I found out in my journey is there's a open loop online business, and then there's a complete loop, closed loop online business. And once I was just learning and growing, even though I didn't take action in the online space, actually I did take action, to be quite honest with you. I just didn't take action that was making me any money, for the most part. Let's just say that. But in the meantime, I was still working, taking care of the family, and with the children to the best of my abilities. And what really happened was, I started there was one or two businesses that I started before, you know, learning about online business. And then once I learned about online business, I started 2 or 3 more different businesses. The first one was the candy business before hearing about online business. And then, you know, I started my dream business, which was what is known to be the Islamic personal professional development company right now, or business. And then after I learned about online business, that's when I started to take this a little bit more seriously. And then I started this little bit of side hustle called Viazi Cafe, where I was selling viazis at the local masjids and kind of doing some delivery, all the while learning about online business. And what happened was, I got into a little bit of the technology side, where I was selling cell phones and tablets and kind of repairing them and fixing the screens and things like that. So it got to a point where I was still looking for a solution, and you know, I just saw how hard the restaurant and cafe business was, where we were working for like literally about 8 hours or so, and we were making, you know, a couple $100, and you know, we started to take away the expenses and things like that. And then I would kind of flip a couple of phones and different technologies and things like that. And I would literally be making that couple of hundred within a couple of hours, and sometimes even minutes. And I was like, maybe this is not the right business for me. So I started slowly transitioning into, you know, what was known as Gadget Zone. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I tried out the Gadget Zone. I actually opened an office location, and this was just one of my first businesses. I was, you know, paying rent and making some money here and there, and I was just completely overwhelmed and inexperienced with business for the most part through that. So I was just, you know, working full-time after the full-time job, going into doing the business, and just kind of just super busy. And then, you know, I closed down that business, I think a year or two later, after I came back from my trip to the Middle East and Africa. I started to pivot away from that. And meanwhile, what I discovered is you have to go after your passion, the business that you're passionate about. And for me, is Islamic personal and professional development. And you know, there's a lot of roadblocks that you'll deal with, that I've dealt with on my journey to building something reasonable. And I'm not trying to talk like I actually have a fully legitimate online business, I have micro results. And that's what's amazing about the online business. Even these micro results that I have on a closed loop online business system, with just some basic stuff that I'm doing right now, even though I believe in the quality of work that I do and the quantity and the delivery and everything else, it's not an easy thing at all. From what I found out, it becomes easy. The journey is amazing because you get to learn and grow in ways that you never even thought was possible. Your mind expands in ways that you didn't even consider to be real. I mean, it's very, very painful, the process, because life is, I mean, let's be real. It's not just online business or business in general or anything else. It's life overall. Anybody that wants to grow, anybody that wants to contribute and do something amazing has to go through these elements and these things. So fast forward, I launched a couple of things here and there. That some of them were failures, some of them microly worked. I actually have a couple of, I think like very few, let's say, very few income streams online, which I honestly didn't even think was possible to begin with. That's what blows my mind. And even though I don't have any team members in my business or employees or team members in my business, I honestly feel like I have people working for me. It's just really, really weird. And that's the thing about online business that really trips me out. Even when I'm explaining to my friends, I'm even thinking like, am I dreaming? Like, is this real? Even though like what I'm producing is like maybe 0 to 1% of what I really want to produce. But just being able to produce any result and, you know, validating a concept, and it's not just like the mainstream stuff that people are pushing out to you. It's stuff that I truly envisioned and believed in and actually put it out there, and it's actually making money. And the part that's really, really crazy is I check my business bank account regularly, and I have a pinch me moment because it's like, even if it's like, let's say $10 every 2 weeks, every month or whatever, if your bank account is some weird way increasing by this amount on a monthly basis, on a regular basis, and you're just looking at it like, what the hell is going on? And it's surreal, to be quite honest with you, even right now. Just to even think that has the potential of becoming my full-time, my at least sufficient income to abundant income that I'll be kind of building my whole life around in a way, for the most part, or building my life for type of thing is a little bit surreal, to be quite honest with you. And I'm just looking to kind of gather myself and everything else to see what other opportunities that are out there for me to be able to take advantage of. And you know, everybody has different business models, and certain business models works better with certain individuals, or certain business models just works better overall. So it's real. Let me just double down on saying that it is real. Is it easy? No. I would like to add a couple of words around that, but I'll just say, nah, no way. My son always says, no way, no way. But no way. It is not easy at all. And like I said, I'm probably I'm making money online, but it's literally 0 to 1% of what I want to be able to produce, to be able to even have an opportunity to, live off of it. But it's really, really hard. There's a lot of challenges that I'm working through right now that I'm slowly but surely learning and growing through. But that's a part of the journey, though. Like, just overcoming these obstacles, problems, and challenges that you deal with, not just in life, but also online business and even offline business. It develops you to become a different individual, a different beast, for lack of a better word. And that's what I'm really, really appreciative of in this journey. So Yeah, that's what I wanted to kind of let you know. I'll try to give you guys a little bit more business content. If you guys have any particular questions, because I know a handful of people ask me about business questions that I try to do the best that I can to answer it for them if I know. And if I don't know, I ask people that do know, or just do the research on my own to be able to find out the most accurate answer. So if you have any business questions, to the best of my abilities and with my limited experience, I'll be able to answer that for you to the best of my ability. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I'm pretty sure that I've sparked a little bit of curiosity in you on what's possible for you. I hope that you could not only do the research and start creating content, whatever that means for you, but also get into the online business space. You'll never lose in trying, to be quite honest with you, because all the years that I've been putting in, all the struggle is built up to this moment, and it's my opportunity and responsibility to be able to move forward from here to create the results that I want to create, not only in my life but also online and offline businesses that I've always been dreaming about. I think I have probably at least 3 to 5 different businesses that I'm still seriously considering to start. But I'm kind of toggling between the two. The one that I'm delivering this through is Ridwanullah organization, which is my Islamic personal professional development business that I've been unbelievably passionate about, just simply because of how much I've grown through it, and help other people grow through it as well. You have your own shortcomings here and there, intentionally or unintentionally, or just because of the circumstances, but it's been an amazing journey. So I'm just trying to look at this online halal online business journey that I'm on right now and see where this can go. And the other amazing thing is I could literally work from anywhere with my online business. Like right now I'm at home. I could be at an office, I could be on the go at a coffee shop, at different locations, and just having that freedom and flexibility to be able to work literally from anywhere, within reason, obviously, it's been an amazing experience. And I think for me, I just had that mindset that I'll just kind of go through the flow, even though I'm not going to produce much or many results. I'll be able to at least get have that opportunity to know what it feels like and have that experience of starting and trying to run and hopefully grow my online business. So that's pretty much it. And I actually throughout this whole process, I became a paid speaker as well, so that was a huge success. The other thing that I have like coaching clients here and there that I work with, to whatever capacity that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows me. So that's been an amazing experience as well. And people just interested in the work that I do, and kind of inquiring to set up meetings with me and things like that. So that's been an amazing experience so far, and just being able to learn and grow on my own, and sharing it with people and helping them learn and grow to the capacity and abilities that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed them with. So that's all I wanted to say. To summarize and conclude this, an online business is possible, more than possible. It's a little bit harder to have a halal online business, because you got to watch for the things that are not halal, so to say. But it is more than possible, and the things that are halal are more, they're more than the things that are haram, specifically in the online space, as well as the offline space. So we just have to overcome that limiting belief to be able to produce the results that we're in, that we want to produce, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And let's see. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Everybody has their own journey. Somebody that starts tomorrow could be, making millions within a year or two. Someone like me has been in the game for probably 3 to 5 years on some basic levels and just kind of dibbling and dabbling. And then, what, 4, 5, 6 years later pass by and you're still barely making it. But anything in between that, right? So everybody has their own journey. You follow your own path. You do whatever makes you truly, truly happy, and more importantly, makes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala happy, and that produces the desired outcomes and results that you're after. And that's what I would like to share with you guys, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So obviously by now I'm trying to let you guys know that I'll do 2 shows. The first one is on life, just kind of sharing some life advice, how to improve your life and things like that. And then the second one would be business and business advice, and how to improve your business and things like that, or at least start it, run it, and grow it, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So if you guys would like to hear any particular topics that you would like for me to cover, please leave it in the comments below, or just send me an email at ridwanullahorganization@gmail.com, or you can check us out at ridwanullah.com to be able to just send us information that way as well, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Hopefully by now you've pressed the like button, and you pressed the subscribe button, and if you've liked this video, please press the like button and leave your comments below and share it with somebody that could benefit from this, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm really trying to get to at least 1,000 subscribers with about 4,000 watch hours, just to have that opportunity to monetize if I'm able to work out something that could potentially be halal. I would like to kind of get a different income stream, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, different online business model going for me, bi-idhnillah. So your love and support will be greatly appreciated. It costs you nothing to support, so show love, don't hate. I'm trying to show love too and not hate on others as well. To be honest with you, I see a lot of people who are succeeding online that are Muslims, mashallah. And every time I see it, I show love directly, and I make dua for them, as weird as that sounds. So, hopefully you guys do the same for me. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow you to succeed. And that's pretty much it. Just to kind of do a little bit of recap of sponsors, announcements, and updates. Ridwanullah.com has sponsored this episode, so feel free to check that out, which is our default sponsor. If you would like to sponsor this show and channel, send your request, budget, and details to Ridwanullahorganization@gmail.com. And we're about to get back into the swing of things of Ridwanullah University's Life Maximization program. That's just a program that helps you maximize your life, set and achieve your goals in life. Hopefully by March, possibly in April, if it doesn't happen in March. I'm actually doing a couple of travels in April, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And Ramadan is coming in towards the end of April. So it's going to be a very busy next rest of the quarter, first quarter of 2020, and beginning of second quarter of 2020. So hopefully you guys can stick with us throughout that journey, and you guys can show your love and support by joining that program. We'll be very, very happy to have you there, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, to learn and grow along with us, bi-idhnillah. And that's pretty much it, I believe. So, obviously there's always things that are lingering, but if I can't remember it, or if I don't want to say it, then it's not that important. But that's pretty much it. That's it. Jazakumullahu khair, Ridwanullah family, for tuning in to another episode of Ridwanullah TV Business Maximization Show. I'm your host, Life and Business Maximizer, Hussein Mohamud, checking out by saying, never ever give up on completely maximizing your life and business in this dunya and in the akhirah, for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.